Hello, good morning and welcome. It's the 27th of July and it's just after 9 o'clock. We'll start with the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. And we had the FOMOCO meeting yesterday and the bank rate. The bank rate remained the same and that actually weakened the dollar a little bit. But the statement it actually said that they were going to adjust their balance sheet, which is bullish for the dollar. Uh, they didn't say when, but we're sort of thinking of around about September, which is about 8 weeks' time. And we're still seeing weakness in the dollar, which is a bit disappointing. And the inflation rate for the dollar is now slightly below the 2% they wanted when you take the adjustments for the oil price and food prices into consideration. So all in all, it is fairly bullish for the dollar, but in a future tense. So we might see more weakness over the next few weeks, but actually gaining strength after that. So we're looking at the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, which is basically well overbought. We've got a short ratio of 7.3 to 1. Commitment of traders added to their short positions, and we are now above the 69.1 on the RSI, and we're expecting this to break back down. I've got the trend line in which this is the trend line from the divergence where it was making higher highs on the candle chart and lower lows on the RSI. We've actually made fresh highs from here, so I am expecting this to start to make a breakdown to fresh lows. It is well overbought. We'll start USD, Canadian dollar, same story basically. The commitment to traders now have a long ratio, which is fairly new. We've made lower lows over the last few days. So the new report out on Friday, the short for the Canadian dollar should have increased. So that would be long for the pair. We've put the trend line in and we're waiting for the trend line to be broken. I mean positively broken, not broken with a sideways movement, but a good stiff upwards movement, and herald a return for the strength in the US dollar. USD JPY, we actually came into profit with this yesterday. Sorry, that was today, for second, third time. We're at support at the moment. We're expecting this to break down below support. So we'll see how that goes. We've got a short ratio of 4.6 to 1. And the the longs for the Japanese yen were increased last week by 40,000. We're below the 50 on the RSI. So this should give us sort of downwards motion to get back into upwards motion. We've got to break above the 50. USD Mexican peso. Obviously, we had a short candle yesterday. It didn't actually lose that much. So I reckon the Mexican peso must have compensated by also falling a little bit. And hopefully we'll see a continuation over the next couple of days of the rebound back up off the bottom, off the support here. We have a long ratio of 2.83 to 1. Euro GBP. Euro GBP. We've started to move down. We've put a trend line down here. We've had about 5 downward candles, falling candles. So we're expecting that to follow through down short. We've got quite a long way to fall, and there is a divergence of 2.93 to 1 short on the commitment of traders. We're observing the trend line on the RSI, and I want this really to break down now below the 50. Pound New Zealand dollar. We're back down onto support. All things considered, we had a good news out for the pound yesterday, and we had a little bit of strength in the New Zealand dollar. So we're back down onto support, and this is looking a very good buy from where we are at the moment. We've got a divergence of 8.4 to 1 long on this pair. So see where that goes. AUD Japanese yen. We have a short of 11.2 to 1. That is a divergence between the two pairs on the commitment of traders. This, in my opinion, is one of the best trades at the moment out there, fundamentally. And I'm expecting this to break to the downside soon. We did break through the trend line here on the RSI, and we've bounced back up. So we've basically had a little bit of strength on the AUD and a little bit of weakness on the Japanese yen. But I'm not expecting this to last, and look at this as a good position to sell from. So that's where we are with that. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you again tomorrow.